So sleep disturbance can occur at just 40 decibels, and busy traffic is typically 60 and above. So it's hardly surprising that the EPA's noise maps show that roads throughout the country are a major source of noise pollution. High levels are particularly noticeable along the M50 in Dublin, a motorway close to thousands of homes, and it's an issue that Councillor Roderic O'Gorman has been actively campaigning about for a number of years.
So Roderic, what's the problem here with noise on the motorway?
The big problem is that 5 years ago the motorway was extended by one lane on each side, and that involved cutting back the bank and all the trees there along the edge, and that's dramatically impacted upon the residents there, upon their quality of life, and the noise levels that they're experiencing have increased significantly in that period of time.
Are these the houses here?
Yeah, these ones all along here are particularly badly affected, but there are other estates further up the M50 and then along the Liffey Valley as well, all of which have been impacted since the M50 was extended.
And when we're just standing here now talking, we're shouting to be able to talk.
Yeah.
Noise is measured on a logarithmic scale in decibels, where 50 dB is double 40 in sound intensity, and 60 decibels is double again. When the M50 was expanded from 2 to 3 lanes, they also upgraded the junctions. Here at Blanchardstown, there are now 6 lanes of fast-moving traffic on one side of the motorway, and the noise levels are comparable with what I recorded near Dublin Airport. I'm here in this attractive, well-landscaped, mature residential area, and all of these houses face onto the motorway, which is about 20 metres away. But we can still hear the loud roar of the traffic in the background.
Hi, Duncan.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
Hi. Thanks for
Nice to meet you.
inviting me to your home.
Come on in.
Yeah, I hear the traffic outside.
Yeah,
And-
it's hard to miss.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, you can hear now the difference straight away. I mean, you can hear the noise
Yeah.
of traffic. Wow, it's very loud.
It's a huge increase when you come outside.
Yeah. And you've spent a lot of time designing this garden. You've got a lovely layout here and landscaping. It's very nice.
Yeah, you know, it's one of the first things we did when we moved here was the garden, because it was something we liked to do, to have a barbecue and friends over at the weekend. But, you know, we did this in 2006, 2007, but by 2009, when the upgrade started, we couldn't use it anymore. So we're talking 8 years now that we've barely used the garden.
Now, obviously, the motorway, the M50, was there all the time.
Yeah.
But they widened it, and that made a big difference.
It made a huge difference. When we moved here, behind us, there was 2 lanes of traffic, and now we have 6 on our side.
Right. And there is a timber fence there. Has that helped at all?
No, it makes no difference.
Not enough. Okay.
Well, one thing is that fence, they couldn't provide us with any evidence that it provided any noise abatement measure at all.
And of course, you have a concrete wall going up 2 metres here anyway.
Yeah.
So that's there, plus the fence. So obviously, it's coming in over on top of it, isn't it? Do you mind if I just take some noise readings
sure.
here? Because I've a noise meter here on my phone. The levels have dropped from the bridge over the motorway. But I'm not surprised that Lisa and her family spend so little time in this garden. There's a constant background level, well in excess of what the World Health Organization recommends for a good night's sleep. This is your bedroom now, is it?
This is our bedroom.
Yeah, okay.
So this is the front of the house.
But you really hear it now, the traffic.
It's not possible to open the windows at night. In fact, the noise is so bad that we even had to seal up our ventilation.
The permanent
ventilation. I'll just show you. So you can see that we actually had to fill it to stop the noise.
So obviously that's not very healthy for you.
It's not ideal, no.
Yeah, I can understand why you had to close the permanent vent. The motorway is out that direction, so on your gable wall.
Yeah.
So how could you sleep with all that noise?
So we had to, like, we had no choice. I mean, I would say I haven't had a deep sleep in this house in years. Like, our houses are way too close to that motorway.
So have we got a noise pollution plan here in Ireland?
Well, under EU law, big cities are meant to draw up a plan for reducing noise in their particular area. There's this mouthful, the Dublin Agglomeration Noise Action Plan. But the problem with the plan is it's just maps. It just shows what the problem is. The local authorities don't have any enforcement powers. So Fingal, where I am, they can't go to the Transport Infrastructure Ireland and tell them you must improve the surface on the M50. What I want to see happen is the next time they're resurfacing along that section, put in a rubberised asphalt surface. You might know the Newlands Cross Bridge, the new bridge there. They have something similar up there, and that is significantly quieter for traffic going over it.
Right, so this is only putting a rubberised surface onto the tarmac.
Absolutely, yeah. Another suggestion maybe is to actually reduce the speed limit in this particular section along the backs of those houses there.
The noise is if you like, proportionate to the speed.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you have a problem at night, because when there's no traffic at night, someone can really get up to the full speed limit there, and that can create real disturbance for residents.
And in Europe, do they have laws protecting against sound?
I think
noise?
they have a much greater understanding of the impact of environmental noise on people's quality of life. So when they are undertaking major infrastructure projects, that high level of whether it's sound barriers, etc., that goes in at the same time, not years later. Like this is Ireland's premier motorway here, and what we have is a flimsy wooden barrier dividing between that and houses that were here before the extension actually occurred. So they have noticed an appreciable increase in the noise actually coming from the M50.
If that was a pub or a club or a rock concert venue, then we would have some recourse. Because it's a public entity, we basically have no rights and they have all the rights. Councils, when they're issuing planning permission, should be mindful of the effects of noise on people and make sure that at that stage, planning permission covers noise levels. The M50 motorway, where we're located, we're on the sharp end of the knife here because we're so close to it and because it's so busy. But it's only a matter of time before other communities in the country, when the road network is either expanded or new motorways are put in, and the fast-moving traffic on them is going to be just as detrimental to those communities as the M50 has become to us.
So it's a really big problem, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's only going to get worse, so it needs to be legislated for sooner rather than later.
After the break, I discover that humans are not the only animals on the planet suffering the effects of noise pollution.